carved his name beneath the seat, wore out the wood with boots and heat. He never said much, but we all knew when he cleared his throat, the house stood true. Coffee steamed, the papers rustle, he'd nod along, avoid the bustle. Taught us more with just one stare than sermons packed with scripted care. The chair at the end still waits each night, like he might walk in, turn on the light. We don't move it, we don't dare. It holds the weight of all his care. The wood is worn, the arms don't bend, but it still holds him. The chair at the end. Mama dusts it once a week, whispers low, her voice gone weak. And every Christmas, every grace, we pause a second, leave that space. The chair at the end still waits each night, like he might walk in, turn on the light. We don't move it, we don't dare. It holds the weight of all his care. The wood is worn, the arms don't bend, but it still holds him. The chair at the end. And when I sit in silence deep, I hear him breathe, I feel him keep. The chair at the end will one day crack, but love like his don't take years back. So leave it there, don't fix or mend. It's not just wood, it's where he's been. And if I'm lucky when mine must end, they'll still remember the chair at the end.
It leaned to the left, the roof would leak, the porch light buzzed, the floorboards creaked. But Lord, that place was warm and right. 2 kids in love, 1 sleepless night. We painted walls in borrowed blue, hung wedding cards with tape and glue, laughed through bills we couldn't pay, danced barefoot in the month of May. The house we let go still lives in me, though they paved the yard and cut the tree. It wasn't brick, it wasn't bone, but it held more than we ever told. We signed and sold, let memories flow, but I still ache for the house we let go. Now some folks mow what used to grow, and kids ride bikes where lilies showed. But every time I pass that street, my fingers twitch, my heart skips beat. The house we let go still lives in me, though they paved the yard and cut the tree. It wasn't brick, it wasn't bone, but it held more than we ever told. we signed and sold, let memories flow, but I still ache for the house we let go. They say a home is just four walls, but ours still whispers in the halls. The house we let go don't hold our name, but every board still burns like flame. We built a life, we lost, we grew, and I still drive by just to view. It's gone, I know, but it won't go, 'cause I still live in the house we let go. He built a barn with hands like oak, spoke with looks, not words he spoke, taught me how to bait a line, but never once said, son, you're mine. We fixed the fence, we mowed the land. He passed me tools, not praise or plans. And when I left for college town, he just said, keep your tires down. If I could tell my father now, I'd say the things pride won't allow, that every night each grunt he made was worth more than the words I've saved. He's gone, but Lord, I still know how I'd speak with tears if I could tell my father now. I raised my boy with softer hands, but still I find I understand why Dad stood tall and kept it lean. Love don't always need a scene. If I could tell my father now, I'd say the things pride won't allow, that every night each grunt he made was worth more than the words I've saved. He's gone, but Lord, I still know how I'd speak with tears if I could tell my father now. I wear his boots, I keep his chair, talk to him like he is there. If I could tell my father now, I'd thank him deep and show him how the man I am is half his voice, the quiet kind that left no choice. He never asked, he'd just stand up, but I'd hold him close if I could tell my father now. out past the town where the blacktop ends. The mailboxes lean like tired old friends. There's a dirt road curve I used to race, and a cottonwood stump carved with my face. It's where I learned to throw a line, where Grandpa taught me, son, take your time. First beer, first fight, first kiss in vain. That back road mud still holds the stain. Back roads know my name, they call me home. Every rut, every bend, every stone, they've seen me run, they've seen me pray, they've seen me turn and walk away. I've been gone, but I can't stay tame, 'cause the back roads still know my name. Mama's porch light flickers warm, Daddy's old boots by the barn door worn. That gravel dust is in my blood, and Sunday bells still echo good. And back roads know my name, they call me home. Every rut, every bend, every stone, they've seen me run, they've seen me pray, they've seen me turn and walk away. I've been gone, but I can't stay tame, 'cause the back roads still know my name. You can trade your truck for city lights, but country roads don't lose your back roads know my name. When the world forgets, they keep my dreams and old regrets. They whine like time through fields in flame and whisper low, boy, nothing's changed. You can go, but you're still the same. 'Cause these back roads, they know your name. Trumpets played beneath gray skies, not a tear fell from her eyes. She held her breath and stood up straight, like every word he taught her weight. They placed the flag across his chest and whispered, ma'am, he gave his best. And when they knelt, she didn't shake, just reached her hands with quiet grace. She folded the flag, corner to star, pressed it close where the medals are. I didn't speak, I didn't cry, just walked away with head held high. The world can break and men may brag, but no one stands like her who folded the flag. At home she set it by the bed, beside the Bible that he read. Tucked a letter in its fold, the one he wrote when nights were cold. She folded the flag, corner to star, pressed it close where the medals are. I didn't speak, didn't cry, just walked away with head held high. The world can break and men may brag, but no one stands like her who folded the flag. No parade, no marching band, just one woman and one man.
years have gone, but she still talks to him at dawn. With coffee steam and porch light low, she whispers things he'll never know. And though he's gone, her love won't lag. She's still the one who folded the flag.
Coat still hangs behind the door. Shoes lie neat on the bedroom floor. Curtains swaying like they know she's gone somewhere I can't go. I dust the frames, but not too hard. Her hair's still caught in my guitar. The bed's not made, I let it be, like she just stepped out for sweet tea. It's a room she never left, though she walked away. Her scent still clings, her ghost still stays. No goodbye note, no final breath, just silence thick with what she kept. She packed her bags, but not herself. It's a room she never left. Holds her lipstick mark, that smile that used to light the dark. I try to sleep, but I just lay, watching shadows of yesterday. It's a room she never left, though she walked away. Her scent still clings, her ghost still stays. No goodbye note, no final breath, just silence thick with what she kept. She packed her bags, but not herself. It's a room she never left. Time will clean the air, but love leaves traces everywhere. It's a room she never left, and maybe I don't want her to, 'cause letting go feels less like truth. So I sit here with lights turned low, and talking to her soft and slow. She may be gone, but not bereft. It's a room she never left. Started walking downtown past the diner, her smile the same but looking finer. I almost waved but dropped my eyes, till I caught a glimpse that stopped my stride. It hung just low beneath her shirt, where hearts once danced and time once hurt. Not on her hand, but close to skin. The ring I gave way back when. The ring on her chain don't shine like gold, but holds more fire than tales I've told. She moved on, but not away. She kept that love in her own way. No vows remain, no license claim, but she still wears the ring on her chain. We had our time, then life got loud. We broke in silence, not in proud. I thought she tossed that thing aside. Turns out it stayed real close to pride. The ring on her chain don't shine like gold, but holds more fire than tales I've told. She moved on, but not away. She kept that love in her own way. No vows remain, no license claim, but she still wears the ring on her chain. Some folks forget what once was true. Some carry it like she do. Now I won't call, I won't intrude, but Lord, it shook me where I stood. She looked ahead, but her neck swayed like love remembered, not replayed. And I just smiled through old refrain for the girl with my ring on her chain. Tied it up every morning light, with hands that shook but held on tight. Bacon sizzling, boots by the door, and lunch packed like a prayer for war. I tugged that string when I was scared. She'd been right down like I was rare. No superhero cape or wings, just love wrapped up in apron strings. Mama's apron strings, they held the world, tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Now her chair sits by the sink, and I pour her coffee, let her think. She don't cook much, don't say a lot, but her quiet smile says all I forgot. Mama's apron apron strings, they held the world tied up tight round a little boy curl. They caught my tears, wiped off my mess, and made a house feel heaven blessed. I've walked far, done foolish things, but I still reach for Mama's apron strings. Sometimes you don't outgrow or break. They're stitched in you with love she'd make. Mama's apron strings, they're faded now, but they still hold me here somehow. Through nights alone and choices wrong, through every line and every song. They're not just cloth, they're sacred things. I'm still held by Mama's apron strings. What will love you all over again? Oh, so you don't have to love me anymore. What if I turned the porch light on and met her tears before they were gone? What if I hadn't checked that phone and kissed her lips instead of stone? What if I left work on time and danced with her instead of that wine? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. What if I'd heard her silent plea? What if I gave the love she'd need? What if I held her when she shook instead of reaching for my book? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. She never slammed, never cursed, and she just left with a quiet first. Now what if I could turn back time?
Would I still miss each subtle sign? Would I still lose the love I had to one more joke, one less I'm glad? Or would I change what I now miss and lose the weight of a dozen what ifs?
She'd wake before the rooster crowed, flour on hands and cotton rolled, crack 2 eggs with quiet grace. The sun would rise right on her face. She'd iron shirts and polish shoes, fold hymnals marked with Sunday truths, and tie my tie, then fix my hair with fingers soft like whispered prayer. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from sky so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. She'd brush the porch, then brush my knees, and hum old hymns and broken keys. Her Bible worn, her fingers bent, but not a single touch misspent. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from sky so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. Now I see them in my wife, in how she moves through daily life. The hands that made Sunday still remain in every hug that bears her name. And when my daughter says her prayer, I feel those hands still linger there. Heaven's voice may come one day, but I heard Him first through hands that made Sunday. Dad packed a bag at 4:30. Didn't say much as he closed the door. Mama said, let's take him down. So we drove in silence out of town. He sat up front, I rode in back, with baseball cards and a denim sack. He turned around at the county line, said, be good, son, and stared at time. The backseat was goodbye that day. No fireworks, no words to say, no tears, no wave, no grand parade. Just a boy too young to be afraid. I watched him shrink beneath the sky. From the place I learned the backseat was goodbye. payphone rang one week in June. Mama cried in the living room. I never asked, I never yelled, just folded tight the things he held. The backseat was goodbye that day. No fireworks, no words to stay, no tears, no wave, no grand parade. Just a boy too young to be afraid. I watched him shrink beneath the sky. From the place I learned, the backseat was goodbye. Drive trucks down roads he knew and leave the windows cracked in June. But when my own son calls my name, I pull the brake, I drop the game. I don't repeat what he once tried. I don't teach love with backseat rides, 'cause I still see that distant sky. And the day I learned the backseat was goodbye. He wore the same blue apron each year, knew where every bolt and nail lived near. He'd smile soft, say take your time, throwing washers don't cost a dime. Kids ran in for keys and glue, farmers came for oil and shoe. He'd ask how mama's hip had healed, then point you down the plumbing field. The man at the hardware store held this town without a roar. He fixed more hearts than broken doors, gave advice and old I reckons galore. No statue stands, no flags that soar, but we lost something when the lights went dark at that hardware store. Closed on Sundays, went to pew, sang off key and rode back to. Once gave a kid his lunch and coat, just said ain't nothing, just take the note. The man at the hardware store held this town without a roar. He fixed more hearts than broken doors, gave advice and old I reckons galore. No statue stands, no flags that soar, but we lost something when the lights went dark at that hardware store. Now a for sale sign hangs out front, but no one walks in, not even once. The man at the hardware store ain't here to cut no keys no more, but every screw and paint stained drawer still whispers back the life he wore. And I still pause at aisle 4, where a good man stood in that hardware store. tossed 2 shirts into the cab, kissed the kid, then winked at Dad. Said, I'll be home by Sunday's light. But Sunday came with no brake light. The engine roared, the gravel cracked, and dust rolled slow but never tracked. We watched till he was just a speck, then kept his beer cold on the deck. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands, and somewhere past the railroad track, he disappeared down the road that didn't turn back. The mailbox stayed in his old name, the tires dry rotted in the rain. Mama said he's finding peace, but even hope can lose its lease. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands, and somewhere past the railroad track, he disappeared down the road that didn't turn back. Some say fear, some say free, but no one knows what he came to be. Now when I drive and see that bend, I slow a bit, remember then, and wonder if that stretch of black knows it became the one-way track, where promises went off the map, on the road that didn't turn back. Dish is cracked, the voices rose, the front door slammed like April's close. Mama cried, my brother swore, and silence trembled across the floor. Then he stepped in with calloused hands, said it's on me, like a simple man. No speech, no fight, no strong defense, just truth dressed up in quiet sense. He took the blame when no one would, swallowed pride for the greater good. He bore the storm, he walked alone, so peace could find its way back home. Not out of guilt or need for fame, just love so strong. He took the blame. At school I'd flinch when trouble came. He'd show up early, sign his name. Boys will be boys, he'd always say, then fix my mess and walk away. He took the blame when no one would, swallowed pride for the greater good. He bore the storm, he walked
so peace could find its way back home, not out of guilt or need for fame, just love so strong. He took the blame. Now I'm a man with kids of mine, and I hear him in the in-between lines when dinner burns or tempers rise and silence stands like wounded pride. I take a breath, I speak his name, and like he did, I take the blame. Not 'cause I'm weak or seek acclaim, but 'cause he taught me how love takes blame.
It's chipped on top and hums off key. Been sitting there since '83. Mama used to twist the dial while frying eggs and humming mild. Daddy'd sip his morning joe, tap his boots and nod real slow, while Haggard sang of things gone wrong and Mom mouthed each lonesome song. The kitchen radio still plays on low through quiet meals and falling snow. It's not that loud, but Lord, it knows the love and loss this old house holds. No fancy screens, no modern glow, just memories in the kitchen radio. I moved away, I found a life, 2 kids, a job, a city wife. But every time I visit back, that old thing brings my soul on track. The kitchen radio still plays on low through quiet meals and falling snow. It's not that loud, but Lord, it knows the love and loss this old house holds. No fancy screens, no modern glow, just memories in the kitchen radio. Some songs age like the paint on walls and take you home with just 2 chords. Now Mama's gone and Daddy too, but every dawn it still breaks through. I turn it up just soft and slow and say good morning to the ones I know. It ain't much, but it's all I know, that I'm still loved by the kitchen radio.
Clocked out on a Friday late. Boss said, son, don't show up late. I smiled and said I won't be back. Threw my tie in the backseat with my past. I took the old 2-lane back road bend, past the sign that said start again. one hand out, radio loud. Left my worries in that big town cloud. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man, it feels vast. With $20 and a tank of gas. Stopped by Joel's for a slice and beer. Old folks smiled like I'd been here. My boots hit gravel, my soul hit peace. A breeze like that brings you release. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man, it feels vast. With $20 and a tank of gas. Some folks chase gold or fame. Me, I take dirt roads in my daddy's name. With $20 and a tank of gas, I found a place where time moves past. Slow and easy, sweet and true, with porch light girls and skies so blue. I ain't rich, but I sure feel class. With $20 and a tank of gas.
It's faded blue with frayed up seams, one pocket torn from gardening. The zipper sticks around the top and smells like springtime coffee stops. She wore it most on windy days, hung it up the same two ways. Behind the door, just left of light, where shadows sit when day turns night. The jacket still hangs there, soft and still, like time forgot and love stands still. I walk by slow, I breathe in deep. It's worn in silence, I still keep. No one dares move it, not even me. It's more than cloth, it's who we used to be. The kid said, "Dad, it's time to clean." But some things hold what can't be seen, like how she laughed when seasons changed, and pulled it close when thunder came. The jacket still hangs there, soft and still, like time forgot and love stands still. I walk by slow, I breathe in deep. It's worn in silence, I still keep. No one dares move it, not even me. It's more than cloth, it's who we used to be. Some things you fold, some things you give, but some just stay as long as you live. The jacket still hangs there, and that's alright. It caught her tears and held her light. I may not hear in this hall, but that old coat still says it all. She may be gone, but memory swears her heart still beats where that jacket hangs there.
Sat out back with a whittled cane, talked about war and football games, told how he met Ma in July under moonlight, cherry pie. He'd say, now this one's just for you, then pause and sip his sweetened brew. But that last night he smiled slow and said, tomorrow one more to show. But the last story he told never left his breath or soul. He took it with him, quiet, proud, like a hymn not sung out loud. Now we all sit where fires roll, trying to guess the last story he told. Was it about the ring he hid, or the time he saved a neighbor's kid? Was it about a fight with Dad, or a brother he once had? But the last story he told never left his breath or soul. He took it with him, quiet, proud, like a hymn not sung out loud. Now we all sit where fires roll, trying to guess the last story he told. Some tales live in black and white, others fade into the night, but I still hear him in the flame, calling out my childhood name. And maybe that's the tale he meant, the way I listened, how I went. He didn't need a tale that's bold, he just left love in the last story he told.
He fixed the fence before the sun, drank his coffee when the work was done. Never raised his voice too loud, but when he spoke we all backed down. He'd nod at grace, not bow his head. Read the obits while the bacon bled. Built the crib, then stood outside when Mama cried the first time I cried. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud, it's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two warm gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. He called me son and not by name, just like his dad, he did the same. He prayed by fixing broken things and showed us so